What's up, fuck nuts? Third and probably final stop on this trip is Sleeping Bear Dunes in Michigan, right along Lake Michigan. It's actually a pretty interesting story behind the name. So it's an old Ojibwe legend that there was once a natural disaster in Wisconsin that forced a bear and her 2 cubs to swim across the lake and come to Michigan. The mother bear made it to shore, climbed up onto those dunes over there. You might not be able to see the far ones, probably just the near ones. Climbed up and looked back to see her 2 cubs foundering in the water and going under and never coming back up. So she laid down in desperate hope that they would reappear, and the Ojibwe Great Spirit saw this and raised the 2 Manitou Islands up in remembrance to them and put the mother bear under a trance of sleep, where she lays to this day covered by sand and formed dunes that look like a sleeping bear. Unfortunately, you can't see any islands out there. Hopefully when I go and climb those dunes later, I'll be able to get a picture. And unfortunately still, the Sleeping Bear dunes have been eroded away over time by the sand, or by wind and rain, so those aren't here. This spot though is actually the catalyst for my entire trip. So I had heard that ale washes up on here, washes up on shore, and I'm an MGD man myself, but I'll take a free ale. Unfortunately, I misread that. It's alewives wash up on shore. Which is an interesting story to that. So people always wonder, like, why are all these dead fish washing up on shore? What's wrong? There's actually nothing wrong. So alewives are native to saltwater, but came to the Great Lakes via cargo ships, the ballast that they suck up into the tanks. They'll suck up fish, and that's how we get a lot of invasive species in the Great Lakes. But so they're native to saltwater, but they have established a very, very large breeding population in the Great Lakes. Lake Michigan itself, 50% of its biomass is alewives. But because they're native to saltwater, their bodies are constantly in a fragile state. And when the water warms up in the beginning of the year, a lot of them die. Their bodies are just, they get shocked by it. And you get this, you get miles of alewives washing up on shore. So kind of a bummer. I'm still hoping maybe I'll find one. You never know what, the Great Lakes can give you. But I'll tell you this, it smells like dick from all these dead fish. And speak of the devil, guys, look at this. We got ourselves an ale. I'd rather have an MGD, but what can you do? Oh, it's gone bad, guys. Turned into an IPA. That is disgusting. Oh, that is a bummer. Still a good trip. Hopefully you guys will stop bitching about wanting more fisheye videos, because you should have enough now. So till next time.
The road never ends, stop thinking about your friend. Won't you come on running?